right, this time we wanted to talk a little bit about health and writing.
It could be health and reading too, because readers are really prone to just sit there and reading.
The same thing that we are, which is sitting our butts in a chair and not doing much else. I've always loved reading, and so that is. I really kind of and see health. She's over there coughing.
We happen to have some minions in the house, and one of them gave me one of their germy little kisses, and like, how do you say no? So, but they infected me.
Germy kisses with a high price.
Well, one of the things I do, other than avoid germy kisses, that I should do more often, is I got a Fitbit 4 years ago now. And because I have a sort of addictive personality that way,
yes,
I went for the 10,000 steps a day. And in the past 4 years, I've never missed it. Most days I go closer to 15 or 18,000 steps. But Susan got up with me this morning at 5:30 and went outside to walk so that I could make sure I had my steps in for the day, because I don't miss them. But for me, doing a job that's so sedentary, it makes sense and it keeps me accountable. And we've talked about that in other videos. So for me, just having that as not just a goal, but just something I do, I think has really kept me healthy, other than the hacking up a lung today. Yeah. So how about you? What do you do?
I have a stand-up desk, a stand-up sit-down desk, and that's good. They do tell you that actually, even if you're just moving, standing there, but moving a little bit, that is good for you. I have changed my eating habits lately. I'm getting way more veggies than I used to. I'm eating some healthier things.
Yeah, we don't eat much in the way of processed food.
Yeah.
Although we went to a burger joint last night, and I'm like, oh yeah.
And
I had the milkshake too.
I had mine without the bun, and I did not have any French fries.
She was so much better than
right
me.
now. I am a carb addict. I absolutely am a carb addict, and the only way I can avoid carbs is to just stop eating them, and then I don't crave them anymore. So I've been doing that. So I call that more clean eating for me, because again, everybody's different, and that's one of the things that Holly and I talk about over and over again in our workshops and in everything else. You have to find what works for you, because there are different things, but being unhealthy and just sitting around and eating everything that you want and all the junk food and all the processed food and not moving,
right?
That's not healthy.
I do videos and post them on occasion, cooks and books. So I'm talking about things I obviously cook, because we do a lot of cooking from scratch. And I
do too.
Our little minions. I make cornbread, but I grind my own wheat and I grind my own corn. And
She's extreme.
Yeah, well, it is, but we enjoy it, and it is so good. And we were out, and they had some, and they're just like, eh. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't know what to tell you.
See, and I'm that same way with soup. I'm like a soup. I love homemade soup. I love making homemade soup, and so don't even think about offering me soup from a can, because no way. There is no way I'm eating that. But I like cooking. I don't mind cooking at all. I mean, and I work a day job, and so I take a lunch with me most days, absolutely, because again, I know what's in it then. I know what I'm getting when it comes to that kind of a thing.
Right, and I think, I spend a lot of time, and I talk about it online to some extent, buying local, knowing where your food comes from, for me, matters. And it's part of that healthy lifestyle. I know where it's coming from. And I wrote one of the books I wrote about is CSA, which I think is so cool. We haven't joined one yet. We still have a garden.
What does that stand for?
Community something agriculture. I don't know. It's generally what it is a farmer.
It's like a co-op, like a
right.
A
you
farm
pay.
co-op?
They'll say for $300 you get a full share, which means we're going to give you 14 vegetables a week, or we're going to give you your share of that. We have a lot of CSA.
We have some of those in here. Yeah,
we do.
I've actually seen ads for some of them.
And some of them, and you can look it up, some of the CSAs are all organic produce, and some of them are starting to try to be all around. So they will give you a share of meat. They will give you your fruits and vegetables that they grow. There are a few. There's one.
That's interesting.
I can't think of the author's name. It's Kristen. I can't think of her last name. Called The Dirty Life, and she was a reporter and went to do a story on a guy and then married him. And so it's about her and their CSA.
That's cool.
So A Dirty Life, look it up. I'm sure you can find it. It was brilliant. And another one, and I'm not going to think of the author's name. And really, if you're the author, I love the book. So I remember the title in this case was The Feast Nearby. And she was someone who was going through a big life change. And I loved that she wrote about food and finding out where food came from and how it was important to her. And it was another great book.
Okay, but I am going to point out that the whole eat local doesn't work all the time. If you like oranges, we don't grow those in Erie. If you like chocolate,
okay, so what you're saying
we
is
don't
Erie
grow
has
that
almost
in Erie.
everything.
We have almost everything, but we don't have chocolate and oranges, you know, and those are two.
We do actually, if you come to visit,
Don't
have a lot of chocolate shops.
We have chocolate shops.
It's not Erie chocolate.
They buy their chocolate elsewhere because, we're not. You know, I don't think we grow that anywhere in the United States. I think you got to go more to the tropics.
But again, it's everything within moderation.
There you go, including moderation on occasion. So, yeah. So you know, move some, eat better. You know, I saw this one really great movie, and basically they said, you know, eat less, mostly plants. You know, those kinds of things, and it's going to help you be healthier. But you got to keep moving, because just sitting in the chair. I know a lot of writers now, what they're doing is they're using like a Bluetooth headset and dictating books. I have not tried that yet, but I've also heard that it can really increase your productivity. So that's another option, because you're moving, you're walking.
I think that would be hard for me. I don't think it would work with my process.
I think and it's one of those things you would have to retrain yourself. Right. But again, it's one of those things where, okay, if your health matters, like let's say you're starting to get carpal tunnel, which does happen for writers. You end up with repetitive motion issues. So, you know, if the choice is exacerbating that kind of a thing or doing it, and like I say, I've just heard people are doing it to increase productivity as well. So there's a lot of things you can do as a reader or as a writer to stay healthier. So again, hey, if you guys have any questions or any topics that you'd like to see us address, or a trip that you'd like to see us take, we can't guarantee that, but questions, topics, we'll do our best to answer any questions and talk about something
within reason.
She always says within reason.
I feel I've got kids. It's important to qualify within reason.
Within reason.